Hey everybody, we just got a brand new event in the Disney Dreamlight Valley Discord, and it seems like we're going to be getting some free rewards, so I'm going to be walking you through how to do this and also what we get so you can decide if it's something you even want to do. So to do this, you need to be in the Disney Dreamlight Valley Discord. I will put a link to that down in the description. It should just be discord.gg/Disney Dreamlight Valley. However, I know that sometimes that does not work for people, so if it's not working for you, just go to Google and type in Disney Dreamlight Valley Discord, and then whatever link is first or second, if you click it, it should prompt you to join. Once you're in the server, you can see under server news. If you're new to Discord, this might be a little bit overwhelming, but just on the left is all of the different channels and forums. So under server news, you can see that's where they're going to announce everything like this. And it's where some of my videos come from, so now you have the first scoop. Hopefully you still watch. The wonderful Rachel said, "Hey Valley Villagers, the Festival of Foolishness has begun once again in the Valley, but this time on our official Discord. Long before the forgetting, there was a festival dedicated to trickery and nonsense each spring. As you've repelled the forgetting, memories of the Festival of Foolishness return to two particular Valley villagers, Donald Duck and Stitch, and they can't wait to take part in light-hearted pranks on their friends and neighbors. But as usual, they could do with a hero's help. Through your choices in this interactive story, you'll decide how the festival plays out and claim rewards from a variety of codes along the way." Woo! I was so excited to see what that means. Editor's note, while I'm in the middle of making this video, all of the codes have actually now been revealed, so I'm going to, at the end of the video, show all of the codes and all of the rewards. So if you don't want that to be spoiled, just don't watch the ending of the video. I'll give a little warning. But if you do want to see all the codes and everything, they are in this video, so you can skip to the end or you can watch me play and then have the reveal at the end, whatever you want. For more information and to participate, visit, that is just a link to that channel room, Festival of Foolishness to get started. This adventure will only be available from May 11th to June 9th, so make sure to take part in this limited time event now. June 9th, I wonder if that has something to do with the update. Okay, so what you're going to do once you're in the server is you're either going to come right here. This is where both of these will take you, or you can, if you're in the server news, you can click here and it'll link you to this channel. If you don't see any of this when you first join Discord servers, sometimes you have to go through the welcome and the rules and the roles and just agree to stuff and set stuff up. So just click through whatever you need to, add your roles and stuff, and then you should unlock everything. So once you're here, there's just the same little prompt and then it says how to play. This is a text-based adventure available in English only. To interact and continue the story, simply click the dialogue/choice option provided via buttons below the text prompt. Throughout the story, you may run into redemption codes. Make sure to copy them down to claim later in-game through the code redemption menu. And these codes do expire on Monday, July 10th at 3 a.m. They didn't specify the time zone. I think that might be linked to your local time. It might say a different time for you guys. I think when it looks like this, it means they've coded it to show whatever time zone your device is in. So 3 a.m. for me. After you finish the story, you can start over. You may even end up with another ending and other rewards depending on your choices. Oh, we're gonna have to figure out all the rewards. You guys are gonna have to help me in the comments. This story is best played in full screen on a desktop computer. Smaller monitors and mobile devices may truncate, I don't know what that word is, can y'all tell me in the comments, the text on the choice buttons. Make sure that you have inventory space before claiming rewards from your mailbox. All right, and then just a reminder that this is only available from right now until June 9th. So let's go ahead and play through it together just so we can learn how to do it and see what rewards I get and maybe see if they're different than what you guys get so we can figure out how many replays we need to do here, what we need to pick. Stitch and Donald's very foolish day. It's one of those days in Dreamlight Valley where everything is practically perfect. It's spring and all the flowers are in bloom. A rabbit dashes past your foot, hopping towards the meadow. You follow after it, looking out at all you've done to make your village perfect. Your crops are watered and thriving, and there are no night thorns anywhere to be seen. Can't relate. The sun is shining, it's not too hot and it's not too cold. You hear the distant sounds of laughter and joy. In fact, you haven't even heard a single tantrum from Donald Duck all day. A perfect day like this makes you want to relax and enjoy it, or fills you with anxiety. Nothing can be this perfect for long. I'm dead. This is hard. I'm a very anxious person, so I'm gonna pick this one. Okay, so once you pick your answer, it opens up another prompt. So this is so fun. We're basically doing in-game dialogues within Discord and getting rewards from it. In Dreamlight Valley, nothing stays calm for long. You're on edge, just waiting for the forgetting to strike, or some sort of evil curse to be unleashed, or a villager to start disappearing into the here and there, or oh, blast it all. Your anxiety has been interrupted by the sound of Merlin shouting. He rushes past you, grumbling and muttering to himself. Ah, it's almost a relief to have something go wrong. You walk over to Merlin and see what the problem is. After a moment of hesitation, he whirls around and you realize that his beard is looking quite glittery today. Very glittery, in fact. There are also bits of confetti and shining stars stuck in there. How did that happen? Did some sort of spell backfire, or OMG, I love your new look? This is hard. I'm gonna pick the middle one because I feel like it's funny. Hardly, Merlin replies. No, I'm afraid this was a prank and not a very funny one. He shakes some glitter out of his beard, grumbling even louder. Someone left a large bucket of glitter strung up in the Forest of Valor. I was collecting dream shards for an experiment when the confounded thing fell on me. Why would anyone do that? Are you sure this wasn't an accident? Or sounds like a pretty funny prank to me. Okay, we have to be a menace and pick sounds like a pretty funny prank to me. I'm sure all that glitter will wash right out, you offer. Bah! There's nothing funny about this, Merlin says. Merlin massages the bridge of his nose. I'm afraid there can only be one explanation for this. He sighs, shaking loose one particularly annoying bit of glitter. The festival of foolishness has begun. Festival of what now? Uh-oh, this sounds like trouble. Or if it means I get to prank people, count me in. I'm trying to think of what's gonna give me a reward, y'all. Okay, we're gonna do festival of what now? Festival of foolishness, Merlin replies with a deep sigh. So, what's this all about, you ask? I've never heard of this festival. Long ago, before the forgetting, there was a festival dedicated to hijinks, tomfoolery, and general shenanigans each spring at this time. Merlin says with a deep sigh. I suppose, dear me, I suppose I was hoping everyone had, well, forgotten it. Wow, okay, Merlin. But the moment the weather started to turn warmer, it seems everyone's memories of it came rushing back, and a few of the villagers are all too happy for an excuse to make things more ridiculous around here. Oh, come on, Merlin, it sounds like fun, or uh-oh, this sounds like it could get out of hand pretty quickly. We're gonna say it sounds like fun. Okay. I guess I'm not allowed to say it's fun. Let's try the other one. Okay, so I guess sometimes you can run into a dead end where they just didn't make that chain of events. I guess I'm just so unique, you guys. Okay, so we ended up choosing, uh-oh, this sounds like it could get out of hand pretty quickly. Precisely, Merlin exclaims. It's the last thing we need around here. It's a colossal waste of time as far as I'm concerned. A nuisance, a distraction from my experiments. He runs his hand through his beard one last time, losing another burst of sparkly glitter. Grr, when I found out who did this, why bah! He gives up and whirls away, headed for the Dreamlight Library. You best watch out, you could be next. You look around and hear some squeals of laughter and surprise in the distance. It seems everyone in Dreamlight Valley is getting in on the fun already. You decide to check in on how the festivities are going for. Ooh, okay, I have to pick between Anna and Olaf, Moana and Mother Gothel, Mirabelle and Minnie, or Ariel and Wally. There's actually a lot of choices here, guys. This might be a big map of rewards I'm gonna have you guys help me figure out, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure it out all on my own. Alright, you know what? I'm feeling Moana and Mother Gothel. You find Moana and Mother Gothel in the Glade of Trust. Mother Gothel is in a fit of uproarious laughter, and Moana looks like she'd rather be anywhere else. Oh, there you are, Mother Gothel says excitedly as she sees you approach. Moana and I have been celebrating the spirit of this season. Isn't that right, dear? I don't think this lady really gets how jokes work, Moana whispers to you. She just says mean things and then says she was joking. That is not a joke. Your hair is looking rather dull today, Moana, Mother Gothel says. It must be all that salty sea air. Then she chuckles. I'm just teasing. Oh, you should see your face. Stop taking everything so seriously. Moana clenches her fists. You wonder what you have to say to defuse the situation. Moana, I need to talk to you about something over here. Or Mother Gothel, that new wrinkle around your eye looks lovely. We have to go with the roast. Ooh, I got a game code, you guys. Okay, let's go see what it is right now. It's FOF Catch Day. Oh no, my last Buzz quest has arrived. Okay, so wait, was that something in my mailbox? Okay, they're just telling us that the star path ends soon. Okay, so to collect these, you're going to go to settings, help, and then redemption code right here. So they're all going to be FOF, I'm sure, meaning Festival of Foolishness. And then mine was FOF Catch Day. Okay, it says it'll be in my mailbox. Let's see. Okay, we got 5 of each of the rarest fish, you guys. I'm actually happier with this than the freaking community challenges. I think that's kingfish, fugu, and anglerfish, which are all very good. Let's keep going. Wrinkles, she mutters. Don't be ridiculous. I don't have wrinkles. Sure you do, you say with utmost cheer. It's right there, beneath your left eye. It's so fetching. Mother Gothel glares at you as she rushes off to check her face in a mirror. Thanks, Moana says, breathing a sigh of relief. I don't know how much longer I could have been polite. She holds out a net to you. Say, why don't you take this? I had a great morning fishing. I was going to trade them with Remy, but I'd love to share them with you. Okay, so I guess the storyline is actually giving us the fish, so that's so cute. So we actually just got a net of Moana's fish. So from now on, I'll try not to get as excited and I'll read the prompt before I go check in game. You take Moana's gift and head back to the peaceful meadow. As you walk back into the plaza, you spot a huge cardboard treasure chest plopped right down in the middle of the path. It looks just big enough for a couple of people to hide inside. Someone has posted a sign beside it that reads, "Do not open, very powerful dark magic inside." From within, you can hear the sound of giggling, then the sound of someone yelling, "Whack! Get off my foot!" Another unmistakable voice cries out, "Ika Putuka!" As you step closer, you hear Stitch say, "Achakapa!" The treasure chest goes silent, with both inhabitants shushing each other. Should I open it? I think I should knock the box over. You are not about to get pranked by anybody, but certainly not by Donald and Stitch. You walk up and knock the treasure chest over, gently enough that you're sure not to hurt either of its inhabitants. With a shout of surprise, both Donald and Stitch come tumbling out. They're covered in dark purple streamers, as if they were surrounded by swirling dark magic. "Whack! What's the big deal?" Donald shouts. "Not bad, you almost got me. Good effort, guys, or you both need to go back to pranking school." Alright, we're telling them to go back to pranking school, obviously. "There is school for pranking," Stitch says, looking genuinely excited about the possibility. "This is strange," you say. "You two usually prank each other. What made you team up?" Stitch explains, "Stitch best pranker in village, Donald second best. Together, we better than best." "Exactly," Donald says. Then he thinks about it for a moment. "Wait, except the part where you're the best pranker. I'm the best pranker." "Whatever," Stitch replies. "You see how we prank Merlin? Make him all shiny." You look at Stitch and Donald standing before you, and your head suddenly filled with one thought. They're going to make the best pranking team in history. I'll help them, or this is going to be a disaster. They need my help. We're going to stay positive and help them in this way. Stitch and Donald are just chaotic enough that they'll be able to surprise everyone in Dreamlight Valley with their shenanigans, but they might need a little bit of help to do it. "Why don't I come along and help?" you offer. "Yes!" Stitch shrieks. "Now we even better team. With you around, we'll be unstoppable," Donald says. "What next?" Stitch ponders. "What is funniest prank?" You think on Stitch's question for a moment before suggesting something with socks or something with lamps. Obviously, we're going with socks here. Ooh, and we got another code, but I'm going to read this prompt first so we get the context. "I've got an idea," you offer. "Stitch, you really confuse everybody by stealing socks. Why don't we switch things up and give them too many socks?" "Yes, yes, yes," Stitch shouts. "Socks everywhere, but no pairs." "Yeah, let's go find some socks," Donald shouts. You find as many socks as you can and start stuffing them in mailboxes and storage containers. Soon, villagers can't open up a fridge or look under a bed without finding socks, socks, socks. Oddly, whenever you look somewhere for socks, you find a pumpkin or two in the process. Okay, I feel like we're either getting pumpkins, socks, or both here. I'm not going to claim this yet. I'm going to claim everything at once. FOF success. Alright, what did we get? Okay, we got 8 pumpkins. That's not bad, y'all. I knew it was going to be pumpkins. I was like, it's either socks or pumpkins. 8 pumpkins, I mean, that's a decent stack of coins, you know? Alright, a prank well done. After a few hours and more than a few pranks, you find yourself back in the peaceful meadow. That was pretty good, but if we're going to be remembered as the best prankers, Donald ponders, we have to do one really big prank. Yeah, Stitch laughs. Stitch, have idea. Blow stuff up with lasers. "Lasers," Donald says with a note of exasperation. "That's preposterous. The last thing we need around here is you blasting things with lasers." "Lasers are fun," Stitch yells. "Whack," Donald shouts back. "You'll need to suggest someone to prank before these two start fighting again, or worse, before they get a hold of a laser and blow up one of the floating islands around Dreamlight Valley. What is even on those things anyway?" But who should you prank? At just that moment, 2 potential prime pranking candidates go past. "Oh, all this foolishness is bad for business," Scrooge McDuck mutters as he walks by you. "As I always say, a confused mind never buys. If you can tell what you might get, then you're not likely to spend, are ya?" On the other side of the meadow, Ursula pops out of a pond. "Ugh, all this foolishness is interfering with my deal making. I'll be more than glad when this nonsense is finished." After a moment of hesitation, you say, "Hey, why don't we prank?" I mean, it has to be Ursula. "Ursula," Stitch says excited. "Yeah, Ursula fun to make mad, like Gantu." Pranking Ursula? That's gonna be difficult, Donald says. Tricking people is what she does, but I know we can do it. Stitch closes his eyes and furrows his brow and thinks really hard. How trick Ursula? Donald takes Stitch's face in his hands and shouts, think harder. Stitch suddenly raises his arms in triumph. Ooh, Stitch got it. Ursula make potions, yeah? We change potions to go boom. Oh my gosh. Sounds hilarious. Counts me in. I'm not sure this is a good idea, or why must all your ideas end in explosions? Count me in. You're right, Donald says. It's a great idea. Donald and Stitch run off towards Ursula's lair. You chase after them because somebody needs to make sure they don't end up in Ursula's garden or worse. You all tiptoe into Ursula's lair and find it mercifully empty. The sea witch is nowhere to be found. Here we go, Donald says, looking up at her shelves full of potion bottles. Hehehe. She won't have a clue what happened. He and Stitch start swapping around the labels on each bottle. They pour out some, mix others up, add a little glitter. You're amazed when nothing explodes. We're the best, Donald cheers as you leave Ursula's lair. All right, now we're just going to click for an explosion. About an hour later, you hear a loud kablam from the direction of Ursula's lair. Stitch and Donald look at each other excitedly and rush over to see what's happened. Ursula emerges, glitter all over her face and the edges of her hair lightly singed. She looks angry, even for Ursula. If I don't find out who did this soon, Ursula bellows as she races from one pond to the next, I'm going to turn everyone in this village into a sea slug. Uh-oh, Donald says. If Feathers could go pale, you'd suspect he'd be going pale right now. Ursula's so mad, Stitch says. It's not funny anymore. You have to find some way to make this up to Ursula before she turns the whole valley into a giant version of her garden. Build Ursula a new potions kit or distract Ursula through flattery. Let's build her a new kit. We need to get something together to make up for all the potions and ingredients that are covered in glitter, you say. You two go find some empty vials and some ingredients on the double. Donald and Stitch both rush off to gather things, banging into each other and squabbling a bit in the process. Soon, they come back with a load of potion ingredients and a bunch of empty vials. I better bring this to Ursula, you say with a sigh as you bundle up the vials and ingredients and head off to find her. You find Ursula in the Forgotten Lands, still stewing over her embarrassment. What do you want? Come to gloat, have you? No, you say. I came here to apologize for the villagers who pranked you. You know who did this? She hisses between her gritted teeth. Tell me, now, and maybe I'll spare the rest of the village instead of turning everyone into a sea slug. You hand her the clinking set of potion bottles. The villagers who pranked you, well, they want you to know they're really sorry. They didn't mean for it to turn out how it did. They just wanted you to feel included in the festivities. They wanted me to feel included? Ursula mutters, bewildered. Ursula considers the assortment of potion bottles. Ursula says, reluctantly taking the gift. I suppose I accept, so long as you'll make sure nothing like this ever happens again. Promise, I say with my fingers crossed behind my back, or of course, Ursula, I really am sorry this happened, I say, and I mean it. I am sorry. Ursula's been a model community member in Dreamlight Valley, well, except for temporarily turning a certain prince into a part of her garden and a few other tricky dealings. You'd prefer nobody bother her again. Ursula swims off with her gift in hand. Phew, says Stitch, happy we're not in Ursula's garden. Me too, Donald says. Not that I was scared of her, but it's good you solved it before I had to give Ursula a piece of my mind. Donald holds out a crate of supplies to you. We had some extra stuff we gathered up to replace all those bottles we broke. You can have them. Okay, we got another code, FOFLO shard. But like I mentioned on the editor's note, all of the codes have since been revealed while I'm making and editing this video, and so I'm actually going to go and redeem all of them, and we're going to see all the rewards that they all give. So this is the part where if you don't want this to be spoiled and you really want to figure this out all on your own, click off this video. Have a great day. Okay, so I got another code, but as I mentioned in the editor's note, I'm going to be showing all of them at the end, so we're not going to redeem that right now. So I just clicked this little arrow. I actually thought it was over, but it's not. It's just a continuation. A grand day of pranks is finally coming to an end. The sun will be setting soon. I've been asked to invite you three to a little celebration, Ursula says, smirking. You've proven yourselves to be among the finest tricksters in the valley. It's only right that you're rewarded. Reward? Stitch says. Yeah, about time I get some appreciation around here, Donald says. Be in the plaza at sundown, Ursula says, and trust me, you won't want to be late. She swims off, and Donald and Stitch start celebrating, but this seems a bit suspicious to you. Ursula inviting you to a celebration, you wonder if the pranksters are about to become the prankies. Stitch and Donald start practicing their acceptance speeches. You enter the plaza just in time to see a perfect sunset and all the villagers gathered around to enjoy it. Olaf stands on a stage at the center of the plaza. He's wearing a sash and looks excited to be taking part in this grand tradition. He hoists up a huge golden trophy. A banner above him reads Annual Fooling Ceremony. The rest of the villagers are gathered around to watch as you, Stitch, and Donald march up on stage. Donald and Stitch are eager to get their prize. You can't help but notice a bit of twinkle in Merlin's eye as he looks at you all. Merlin nods at the trophy and mutters higitus figitus under his breath. Looks like Merlin has had just about enough of all the pranking around here, and he's ready to turn the tables on Stitch and Donald to teach them a lesson. We're gonna block the enchantment or add your magic to make it stronger. Ooh, I'm gonna block it. You nudge Merlin with your elbow, causing his enchantment to go awry. Oh, ruin my fun, will you? Merlin gripes. Up on stage, Donald hoists up the trophy. Finally, some recognition. He turns to Stitch. Why don't I keep this trophy at my house? You know, for safekeeping. Naga tea! Stitch yells as he pulls the trophy away from Donald. Mine! Whack! I knew I couldn't trust you, Donald shouts. Miga nala quista, Stitch shouts as he runs off with the trophy. Donald scrambles to chase after him as the other villagers all burst out laughing. I suppose that's the trouble with an alliance built on fooling, Merlin laughs. Sooner or later, you'll wind up the fool. Okay, and then we got the trophy code, which is one of, I believe, the 2 available endings. So now this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and redeem all of the codes and check all of the rewards. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you want to play through all these endings yourself, go ahead and leave now. Have a great day. But if you do, let's head into my game, and here I'm going to show all of the codes on the screen, and I'm just going to redeem them here myself. Okay, so that should be everything. I'll try to go in order here, but it's a little bit confusing. Okay, Aerial Souvenirs is going to be FOF Souvenir, and you get 5 iron ingots, 5 gold ingots, and 5 tinkering parts. That's pretty good. FOF Crafty Kit is going to be Minnie and Mirabel's Crafty Kit, where you're going to get 5 clay, 5 fabric, and 5 cotton. And then Catch Day is the one I got in my game. So FOF Catch Day is going to give you 5 kingfish, 5 fugu, and 5 anglerfish. Olaf's Surprise Kit is going to be FOF Surprise Kit, and it gives you 15 snowballs, 15 hardwood, and 15 glass. FOF Success I also claimed earlier. That is the 8 pumpkins, and it's from a successful prank. FOF LO Gems is going to be leftover gems, where you get 3. Is that diamonds or shiny diamonds? I'm not sure if these are shiny or regular. I'm not very good at that. I mean, they look like they're shining, but maybe they always do. 3 diamonds, 3, is this rubies? And 3, I forget what these are called, but you get 9 gems. FOF LO Shard is going to give you leftover shards, 5 dreamlight shards and 5 night shards. And then both the endings, FOF Trophy or Glitter, depending on how you're ended. Ooh, 150 moonstones. And they're both 150 moonstones. Okay, honestly, these are some really good rewards, you guys. So make sure if you're not going to play the game, you redeem all of these codes. And if you are going to play the game, get your playthroughs. But if you can't find every code, then make sure you come back to this video and redeem all of them. I know this video was kind of long if you did watch the whole thing. I just thought it would be fun to be able to look back on this little mini game, you know, a couple years from now, and we'll be like, oh yeah, the Festival of Foolishness, as well as if they do it again next year. But I hope that you did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.